Hey, beautiful people. This is Coach Oakham, and I'm going to help you with day 32 AMI. And so, just a reminder, we're doing this project, and we are our daily work. We have to submit to all four core teachers. Okay, and so today's emphasis is how are we spending our time as a family. Okay, so that's really what we're going to investigate today. So it says here for day 32. It says for today's assignment, collect some data on how you and your family are spending your time during the quarantine and how you spent your time before the quarantine. How much time did you spend on different tasks, eating meals together, watching TV, playing outside, exercising, playing games, etc. Okay? Display your data with two different data displays. One with the data showing your time spent before quarantine and one with data showing your time spent since quarantine started. You could also combine them into a single graph showing the difference. Okay. So for today's assignment, you must create a bar graph or bar chart. If you are able to create your own graphs using a digital resource, go for it. If you are not good with computers, don't worry. You may create a bar graph on paper. When you create your bar graph, either on paper or on the computer, please take a picture and share it with your core teachers. Be sure to label the picture day 32 graphs. Well, if you do a digital graph, just go ahead and share that with your four core teachers. That will be better than a picture, okay? Um, it says at the bottom, it says, please do not email your teachers with questions about how to create a graph on the computer. If you're not sure how to do it, please create a graph on paper. Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to show you how to do it on Google Sheets, okay? So here is an example of what your bar graph may look like if you do it digitally on Google Sheets. You can see that there's a title there, time spent before and during quarantine. There's two different colors representing before quarantine and the darker blue representing during quarantine. And then you see the activities that you have on the left there, okay? Now, the last thing you have to do for today is the final product entry number 2, okay? And so you're going to develop that. Maybe you're going to use the bar graphs as part of your slide or part of your presentation, but you're going to do that for today's work. Okay. Now remember, you don't have to send your final product entry. You don't have to send that product to us every day. What you have to send us today is really just your bar graph. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. Okay. So let's do this. All right, so I have created some data and I used Google Sheets to do this. And you can see that I just randomly chose an activity that I did before quarantine and also after or during. And I just broke it out. This is just sample data. I just made it up really. But once you create your data, then it's really simple. We're just going to highlight our data like so, okay? Once all of the data pieces are highlighted, I'm going to click on the insert and I'm going to go down and find the chart option. So insert chart, and it's going to pop up. It's thinking. It's going to pop up a bar graph. Now, I don't like this bar graph because it puts both colors on the same line. And in order to really calculate how much time was spent with each, you have to subtract. And so I don't like that. So I'm going to show you how to change the bar graph to something that might be a little better. So over here under Chart Editor, over here on the right, I'm going to click on that very first drop down. It says Stacked Bar Chart. You see that chart type? Stacked Bar Chart. I'm going to click on it, and I am going to scroll down until I see a bar graph that I like. And so this bar graph here has two different colors represented. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to see what this one looks like. So I click on that. Okay, now you see that my bar graph has changed. My scale has now changed, and so I can see clearly how much time was spent before quarantine and then after quarantine. I can see how it's different. Okay, and I can see exactly how much, and I don't have to do any subtraction in my head. Okay, and so that's a quick and easy way to create a chart using Google Sheets. Okay, all right. I hope this helps. This is for day 32. And if you want to, you can, once you create your bar graph and your data table off Google Sheets, just share that with your 4 content area teachers. All right. I appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.